Hi, my name is Jay. Your name is?
My name is Ting.
Ting. Good to meet you, Ting.
Nice to meet you.
We're out here in Coronado, just a backdrop here of downtown San Diego, and we're out asking the big question of people. What do you think happens after you die? Your eyes go closed, and what happens next? Something or nothing? And if you believe in something, what is that something for you?
Well, I mean, your body would be back to the Mother Earth, but then your soul would still lingering on.
Uh-huh.
If your soul is not rest, I mean, it has to still hang around.
Uh-huh. Yeah, so...
I mean, I keep open mind about all sorts of things that, how people feel about life after death, whatever. Because some people feel like the reincarnation, they have to go through all kind of animal that they took while they were a human being, they whatever harm they do to those animals, they have to go back to that animal's life and live through that.
Uh-huh.
Those pain that those animals go through, and they have to go through all that in order to become a human again. They have to pay their due.
Okay.
And I keep open mind to all kind of things, but to me, I'm not so sure. All I know is if your body's gone, but then you still have soul to go on, whatever.
So do you think it was a creator to all this? I mean, do you think that everything around you, your body,
Creator?
your body, the sand, the stars, the moon, do you think there was a creator to all that?
I think it's just part of the universe, just part of the nature. I don't really sure
You think it
about
just
the
kind of
creator.
popped up by itself?
It's part of the living things, that's how it cycles. I don't know about creators. I don't really know about that.
Okay. Do you think there was a beginning to all of it? Kind of like.
Yeah, of course, there's a beginning.
The beginning, and then how do you think that beginning happened? Just by itself? I mean.
No, it's a sudden change in the universe. That's why it turned this planet into a living Earth. It's just a nature of it.
Would you agree with this statement that there's usually a designer or a creator to most things in this life that we live? Like, I don't know, your sunglasses. Do you think somebody designed and created those sunglasses that you have on?
Yes.
You may not have seen them do it, but you know there was a designer or creator to it.
That kind of make me think, because there's always going to be some creator to everything.
Uh-huh.
In order to look the way you look.
Uh-huh. Yeah, your car, right?
Yeah.
Designer created that. I can go on and on and on.
Yeah,
It's kind of the life structure, right?
Yeah, maybe you're right about that. There got to be a creator.
Yeah.
To make this earth livable.
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
Yeah, maybe there is creator behind all this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we've pondered that questions, many times. People talk to us about it and kind of go, yeah, that makes sense.
That makes sense when you brought it up like that.
Yeah.
That's why I'm kind of open to everything, because, it makes sense. A lot of things that make sense, if you put it that way.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't really have specific opinion on that, I'm just keep open on.
Would you believe in that there's an absolute truth to certain things, right? There's a certain order to things. There's a lot of order in this life, right?
Yeah.
I don't know, you go to bed at night, you're going to wake up the next day, normally. That's a normal pattern, right?
Yeah,
you have all these kind of absolute
routine,
truths that happen in your life. You plant a seed, you water it, and you have a flower of a plant that might come out. There's absolutes that can occur, right? But we believe that there is a creator in this life, and we believe Jesus Christ, the God of the Bible, is actually the creator to all this. Have you ever learned about Jesus at all?
Yes, but I kind of have a question on that.
Yeah, sure.
Because the Jesus is the newest, the youngest religious. Because before Jesus, it was like the old religious, like the Hindu and the Buddhists and the Muslim, right? Am I right? Are they the oldest?
No,
before the Christ.
Yeah,
born?
Christ
Because if he's a creator, then what are all those belief? I mean, they're not a creator.
So over 2,000 years ago,
Yeah.
Jesus came, who is God, came down to this world and it was a man, okay, just like you and us, you and I, and he came from a spirit-like to human form. He took on a human form, and he came to this world. And in his life, he lived a perfect life, just perfect.
Yeah. Just
No,
every
sinless,
normal life.
sinless. Didn't do anything wrong.
Sinless. Huh?
Didn't do anything wrong. But we do things wrong all the time, right?
Oh yeah. It's a
I mean, I do.
human. Yeah.
I do. I don't want to, but
Human life.
I do.
You got
I just I trip over things.
yeah.
I don't mean to necessarily, but it just happens.
Yeah.
You can't keep from it. You got so much stuff going on around you. You get caught up in this stuff.
Yes.
For example, let me give you what's called the good person test real quick. Have you ever told a lie in your life?
Oh,
You told a lie?
Yeah.
So have I.
Just
So
to save my behind.
so is everybody, right?
Yeah,
We all
I'm sure
told lies,
they did
right?
Once in a lifetime. I'm
But
sure.
lies can hurt too, right? Let's say you had a girlfriend or something, and they told you they loved you, and then you found out later they were seeing another guy.
Yeah.
That hurts, right?
Oh, yeah.
It's like one of those things. Lies can hurt you, right?
Can hurt. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Can do some damage.
sure it can. So what does the world call people that lie? What are the name they usually call them? If somebody lied to you regularly, what would you call them? What was the name you'd call them?
What's a good name for that?
Liar? Maybe a liar?
Yeah, liar.
Yeah, you're a liar.
Not a truthful
Yeah, that's
person.
right. Yeah, there you go. Have you ever stolen anything in your life? Taken something without permission, even as a kid? Taken something without permission?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
I done that before.
So I'm sure there's a good majority of the people that have done that also, right? So what does the world call people that steal?
A thief.
A thief, yeah. Have you ever said the Lord's name in a curse word? Said it,
Like-
G-O-D. Yeah.
I've been saying that.
Yeah.
Because I was watching on the TV, blah blah.
Yeah, you do.
You're
do.
saying that too.
You
Sometimes
do.
you're mad and you just
Yeah.
let it out.
So we believe the Creator is God. So you're saying that's called blasphemy in the Bible. You say the Lord's name in a curse word. So you get the God that created you, that gave you life. You
And then
use
you get
His name.
frustrated, so you kind of
Yeah.
get back at him.
Sin. It's sin. It's all sin, right? So we believe as Christians, that's what we are. We believe after this life ends, and we don't know when that life is going to end. It could be today. We're going to come up before God, and He's going to judge us for the things that we've done wrong in this life. So based on the sins you just told me that you've done in your life, when you come up, if my God is true, if you come up before Him, do you think He's going to allow you to go to heaven? Or do you think He's going to send you to hell? And hell is described in the Bible as a place, a lake of fire and brimstone, a place where you're going to feel pain for eternity. Where do you think He's going to send you when you go up before God? And He looks at your life.
Well, I mean,
You don't know when
I'm
you're
not
dying.
I'm not really really deep believer in Jesus Christ. But if I pass, and if He's really real, I mean, I'm sure I would have my judgment day. He would judge before I either go up or down.
Yeah.
He would make a decision on that, right? He just don't you're not a believer, so you go to hell.
Yeah, that's actually in the Bible. If you don't want to
what it
believe
say in
in
the
this
Bible?
thing, yeah, it's in the
Man.
Bible. Yeah,
It's plain and simple.
Yeah, it's plain and simple. It's there, and that Bible has been around for a very long time. It's the most published book in the world.
I thought it's just you have your judgment day. You're gonna
Yeah, you
look
don't.
at you.
There's no
Okay.
halfway. There's only one way or
halfway.
the other. So it's like one of those things. Like, is it hard to believe in Jesus? I mean, we just talked about it, right? You're gonna make mistakes. I make mistakes. I'm a believer in Jesus right now.
I born in a Buddhist religions.
Okay.
And as I growing up, I keep open mind, to other religions too. That's why I kind of there's so believer out there and so many God out there. But to me, God is God. I mean, they all teach people how to be good. Treat one another with love and respect. I'm sure God don't teach you how to be bad and do harm stuff to others. That's why, to me, just like, man, all the gods are God is a God, you know. I mean, it doesn't matter what country, what religion you're from. To me, I'm sure God is teaching you how to be good to one another.
Well, God, you know, this God is all over the world. Jesus Christ is all over the world.
Yes,
you know, he's,
Jesus.
you know, back in
So
Israel, and you know,
Yeah.
it's another part of the world. It's you know, it's the Bible, and many countries believe in Him. You know, it's just, I don't know. I look at that belief system, and I'm thinking, I want to go to heaven, and I know God is a merciful God, and He cares about me, and He loves me, and He sees the stupid stuff I do. He sees it.
He sees it.
And He sees my heart too. He sees whether I'm trying to grow in Him every day. Okay,
try
and
to
I
be-
blow it.
you
I'll
try
blow
to
it. I'll keep on blowing it. But the difference is I trust in Him, and I want Him to work in my life to
forgive you.
Yeah, yeah. So that's all you got to do. That's the only requirement that there is, that you just, you know, the gospel message of the Bible, how you get to heaven is, number one, you got to trust inside
heart,
that
your
Jesus
heart.
Christ, the God of the Bible, created it all. And He got up he knew in His plan that you would blow it in your life.
Oh, yeah.
That Ting would do something wrong in his life. So He got up on a cross for you, for me, for anyone that trusts and believes in Him, took all your bad stuff upon Himself, past, present, and future,
Okay.
died on that cross, and then He rose again, came back alive after 3 days. And then you got to be willing to repent, to turn away from your sinful lifestyle. It's kind of, I use this as
So
a
it's
good
now
example.
your turn to try.
Yeah, it's,
Since He already sacrificed His life for
yeah,
you.
for you.
For
Yeah,
all
so,
of sins.
so just
sins.
trust in that. Trust in that He did that for you. He loves you so much.
Now
He
He
did that
wants
for you.
to do it.
Yeah. So He.
Try to do it yourself. To,
Yeah. So He wants,
to live
but
yourself straight.
but He wants us to turn away from our stuff. Once we believe in Him, it's kind of like, let's say you stole jewelry every night. Okay. And every night you and some friends got together and you went to jewelry stores and you stole from that jewelry store and put it in your pocket and went out. And then right in front of all your friends, you said, "Hey," holding some diamond rings, "I believe in Jesus." And then you run out the store and you do it again. You do it again. You do it again. God wants, you should see a change within yourself if you're really following Jesus and wanting to do the things that He wants you to do in the Bible. So turn away from that lifestyle and live to be a better person, to get ready for heaven. You're going to blow it, but that's what He wants. So that's what you got to do to get to heaven. And so if you died today and you believed in that, and then you don't have to go into a church to get that done. You could go into your bedroom tonight, drop down on your knees and go, "Jesus, I've been putting you off. I've been pushing you out of my life for a long time. I'm sorry." There's no way that this world just popped up by itself. There was a creator to all this, and I believe you are that creator. I'm sorry for the stuff I've done wrong. Please forgive me. I want you to come into my life, and I want you to work through me, because I want to go to heaven someday. I don't want to go to hell. I don't want to go there. I don't want to feel pain for you. Have you ever put match to your skin ever before and felt that? Could you imagine feeling that for eternity? Forever? I mean, it's really forever. Forever. So, I mean, it's a long time. So, and it's not hard to be a Christian. It's not. It's not a hard thing.
Yeah.
Gosh, you know, you can still laugh. You can still sing a song. You can still, there's a lot of things. That's one thing we find, that we talk to people over and over again. They think, if I become a Christian, I won't have any fun anymore. There's good fun and there's bad fun, right? What would you say good fun would be?
Well, try not to do sinful things. I mean, you can always
What's good
have
fun?
fun with.
What's good fun that Ting does? Something that is. What would be an example of good fun that Ting would do?
Were you having fun when you were walking?
You were walking along
enjoy
the
the
ocean
scenery.
here. Yes, that's
walking
good fun.
along the bay, enjoy the scenery. That's fun.
Go camping.
good fun.
Have you ever
Go
gone camping?
camping.
That's good fun, right? Talking with friends, sitting down with them and discussing life, bike riding.
Sit down, read a book.
there's tons of stuff.
Enjoy
So
watching TV at home. That's fun.
What would be bad fun?
Bad fun would be try to take advantage of other people,
Yeah.
or try to
Steal their money.
try to step on them if they let their guard down, whatever.
Yeah.
I don't mean like exactly step on them, but like
Yeah.
really put them down or whatever.
So you can still believe in Jesus and have good fun.
Yeah,
There's nothing wrong with that.
There's so many good funs that you can have.
Yeah, yeah.
It doesn't have to be bad.
I'm gonna tell you some testimony, which means something that happened to me in my wife's life that hopefully will help you make a choice for Jesus Christ in your own life. Okay, I'm gonna tell you this story. It happened to us. I got something to show you here to kind of help you, so you can just kind of understand a little bit more. Were you here in 2007? Did you live in San Diego in 2007?
Yeah.
Okay, do you remember all the fires in 2007? All around San Diego? There was a lot of fires that year. Everywhere.
Yeah.
Fires everywhere.
I think back in 2003 was bigger.
2007 was a big year. Yeah. That year, we lost our son in an automobile accident. We lost him suddenly. He was 18 years old. We lost him we just got done with the fires. He jumped into a car, an Acura Integra. He was used to driving a 4-cylinder Jeep. He got in the car. He was on his way to college, Mesa College.
Mm-hmm.
And it was the middle of the day, dry road day, just like this, no rain on the road. And he was driving it was a used Acura Integra, and he was driving too fast. He was running late for a cross-country running class. He was a runner.
Okay,
He won races all over San Diego running. And he was on his way to his running class. He was dressed in his t-shirt, his running shorts, and some brand new running shoes.
He was in a hurry.
He was in a hurry. And he was some brand new running shoes he just got the night before from a shoe company that was sponsoring him to wear them, to test them out. He was all excited about running for the first time. Now here's the unusual part. He lost his life in the backyard of that house.
It's 94, isn't it?
Yep, it's 94. This is the College Grove Shopping Center right up here.
Yeah.
There's a house over here with a white cross on it. See it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I drove by this every morning.
Yeah.
Because on my way to work.
This is his skid marks right here.
Oh, yeah, I can see that.
You see how they're dead center on the cross?
Mm-hmm.
So it was just after noon. He was in the fast lane. He lost control of his car. He came across traffic, went off the freeway. He had a seatbelt on, ripped him out of his seatbelt, hit a tree, ripped him out of the seatbelt, and he landed on his back in the backyard of this house, looking directly up at the cross on the roof. Parts of his car went completely around the cross on the roof. We actually have news video coverage of it. Yes, we actually have news video coverage.
That cross been there for
many years, way before my son's accident. We actually have news video coverage in our website of the owner of the house picking up parts of his car around the cross.
Up there on the roof.
Or on the roof. He was picking up parts of my son's car around the roof.
Wow.
So we lost our only son in a car accident, okay? We miss him every day. But the real question is, did he accept Jesus Christ as his Lord and Savior and get his sins forgiven, all that bad stuff that he's done in his life before he died? Well, remember I opened up by telling you, you don't know when you're going to die. He didn't know when he was going to die. He thought he was going to go be with his friend, go run with his friends. He had a ton of friends, really liked guy. And he thought it was going to be any normal day. But, do we think he accepted Christ? Yeah. But God knows him inside. I'm his earthly father. His heavenly father, Jesus Christ, knows him inside. And that's what you got to do. You got to believe it to your core. You got to really believe that. You can't hide it from him. He knows whether you believe in him or not. Okay?
Was he active in church before the accident happened?
Yeah. We actually went to the Rock Church in San Diego at the time when that happened. This is the November 7th, 2007. 18-year-old driver killed in cars. Yeah.
Mango wrap around the tree.
Yeah. Just came off and.
It's no shape anymore. It's not
Yeah.
in car shape anymore.
Yeah. So, 1 week you've been driving it. 1 week. That's it. That's what happened.
1 week.
1 week of driving that car.
Oh man.
Nah. Just bought it.
Wow, brand new car.
Yeah. So the next thing that happened, my son was an organ donor. He donated his body to LifeShare. And an 18-year-old got my son's ligament in his arm. He was a baseball pitcher, and he threw out his arm. And his name was Blake.
So he got part of your son's body.
Yeah. And he sent us a letter thanking us for the donation. Real nice letter in here. And at the end of the letter, he left his phone number at the end of the letter. We crossed it off there, but his name is Blake. Well, we called him up on the phone, and we tried to get up because he left his phone number, and we didn't get him. We got his voicemail. We didn't hear anything back from him for months. One day, we're foster youth mentors. We take kids from the county out, and we take them camping, bike riding, and that kind of thing. One day, we're taking our foster youth mentee out to here, to Coronado. We were driving on the 94 West Freeway. We were all three of us together in the car together, right in front of this house. My wife's cell phone rings. Who do you think is calling us for the very first time and actually talking to us right in front of the house?
Who could it be?
Blake, the guy that wrote us the letter.
Oh, but right when
right out here, yeah.
Right when you enter.
Yeah. Right in front of this house. Drive. We live in Hamul, and we're driving out here. So we were all stunned. He was calling us right there.
Your son is speaking through him.
Yeah.
Try to.
Well, it's I think God's working in our life all the time. So anyway, we went out to dinner with Blake.
Yeah.
We went out to the Claim Jumper restaurant up in Oceanside. We all sat down to eat, and Blake started asking us questions. He said, "What kind of car did Devin pass away in?" That's my son's name. And we said it was an Acura Integra and the model and everything. He looks at us funny and he says, "I drive that same car."
Wow.
And then his mom, we find, is a CASA, which are like foster youth mentors. They take kids from the county out and shop with them and this kind of thing. So all this stuff is hooking up right and left, which we feel God was working in. Just like I feel right now, God has us here talking to you for a reason. Okay? He wants you in heaven. Okay?
Sure,
he does.
I'm sure I want to go there too.
He wants you in heaven. But you've got to make that choice yourself. He can force you to believe.
He's not going to force you.
He's not going to force you to believe. It's kind of like, picture you and your father. If your father forced you to love him, if your father...
You would go opposite.
Usually,
when you want people to do things, they would go the opposite way.
It's got to be your choice, right?
Yeah.
Now, when you choose to love your father, and you wrap your arms around him and go, "Dad, I love you for who you are and what you've done for me," that means something entirely different, doesn't it?
That's in your heart.
It's in your heart.
It came from you.
Yeah.
No one forced you. No one asked you to do it.
So Jesus wants you to do that to him. He wants it to come from your heart. He wants you to love him. Not because he's forcing it on you, because you want to. Because you think there's no way this all happened by itself. Your body is very complicated, isn't it? All the nerves, the blood, everything
depends on each other.
Yeah. Everything in your eye has to work together simultaneously, same time, just to see.
Yeah.
Think about that. That's complicated.
Complicated.
Very complicated. But
it's really special to become a human.
Sure it is.
To be the top animal of this planet.
Yeah. But anyway, I encourage you to to do that tonight. Don't put it off, and then get a Bible and maybe make a reading plan. 10, 15 minutes a day. Try to read it. Okay, and find a good Bible believing church. There's many Bible believing churches in the area. There's
neighborhood church.
There's a rock church. There's tons. But a good Bible believing church is a church where the pastor of a church gets in front of his congregation and reads out of the Bible, and we'll tell this church about it.
That would be the good one.
That's where you got to be. Now you're going to go to church and you're going to find people that sometimes you may not like. They may say things that you don't like, but
they kind of interpret it in their own word.
Yeah,
and it's kind of.
But don't let that stop your relationship with Jesus, okay? Because in this world,
from him, it's coming from the
world,
pastor.
Yeah.
You just add on to.
Yeah, in a church, there's just people like you and me, right? Yeah. Some people are new believers. Some people have been there a long time. Some people just don't get it yet. But you need to be most concerned about your relationship with Jesus. Leave all that other stuff. It'll be great when you get to know those people and befriend them. It's great. But there's people with issues in a church too. You go to church to be around other believers and to learn about God. Learn about where you're going to be for eternity. Eternity is much longer time than what you're going to live in this life. And if you died tomorrow, your eternity could happen as soon as tomorrow. Picture a good friend of yours that you know right now that doesn't believe in Jesus. Okay?
Yeah.
Now picture them all of a sudden getting in a car accident. And them now down in hell calling up to you saying, Ting, you knew about Jesus, but you didn't say anything to me about it. Why did you keep it to yourself? Now I'm down here forever.
It would make me feel bad.
Sure it would.
Yeah.
And that's why because you don't know when your last moment's going to be. You don't know when your friend's last moment's going to be.
Yeah, but when he's still alive, I don't think he would put up, listen to you. But when he died, then he started to realize it. Hey,
Yeah,
man, why don't you warn me about it? Why don't you tell me about it?
Yeah, but
Because
it's
he
too
know
late.
now
then.
it's real. Yeah, it's
It's too late.
I know he knows that the man upstairs is real, and there's really hell down here. And now he realized that, hey, why don't you tell me?
Yeah,
I mean,
but
it's hard to say, when you're human, you don't really listen.
I know.
You don't know when you're gonna go.
There you go. But we're living in a sinful world that people have walked away from God all over the place, and that's why things around you are the way they are. They just are. That's just the way the God's planned it, and that's the way it's happening. So I encourage you to do that. Don't put it off. It's important. It's your eternity. Okay.
Okay.
All right. And God bless you.
Well, thank you,
Thank
sir.
you for your time.
Thank you. And sorry about my English.
No.